Welcome back to the Frugal Gardener's Garden. It's been a challenging summer, but there is some good news. I am here today with the Frugal daughter and the Frugal nephew for the very first time. This is not a crime scene. This is actually my sweet potatoes. I have two plants that we're going to finally harvest, and I want you guys to stay with me because I'm expecting some exciting things. Welcome back to the Frugal Gardener's Fall Garden. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and tell your friends. We are about to go into our second Endless Summer special, our series. We did it last winter. We're going to do it again this winter. But right now, it's all about this garden. I'm going to have Aaron dump the first pot. I'm really excited. We planted these around, it was the third week in May. I wanted to make sure that we were past the frost date. And it is now October, I believe, the 12th. So I resisted the urge like I've done in previous years. Be careful because that pot is old and it's probably cracking. Just turn it upside down. There you go. I'm hoping for good things. Let's see what we have here. So basically, I could have harvested these. You're going to have to hit that pretty good. You got to be pretty aggressive with that. A Frugal daughter here. I could have harvested these in September, but every year when I do harvest, I always find, looking good. I always find smaller ones that if I had waited longer, I would have been able to have more mature sweet potatoes. These are going to be used for our Thanksgiving dinner. And Aaron, if you want to, you can kind of just start pulling those apart.
Got it.
And move it towards the center so we don't get it on the, I want to try to keep it on the plastic. Looks like one gigantic sweet potato. And yeah, wow, that's pretty big. So we have, well, that's two good ones. Aaron's got a decent sized one. So 3 so far. Be careful so they don't bust up. You can kind of shake it a little bit and flip it if you want. Sometimes the larger ones are at the top, but this is looking pretty good. It's a little known fact, the leaves from the sweet potatoes can actually be cooked and eaten. You cannot do that with white potatoes, but you can eat the leaves of the sweet potatoes. So basically, I'm going to let them do their thing, and we'll come back and do pot number 2. Oh yeah, looking pretty good.
The rest of these are just babies.
Okay, we've done pretty well with our first harvest. This is quite a bit. We're going to probably end up with enough for a couple of meals. Well, depending upon how many people we have over for Thanksgiving. But this is pot number 2, obviously.
All right.
And here we go.
Ready?
Yes,
Let's
I am.
see what we get out
Yes,
of
we
here.
are.
Slam it.
The Frugal Gardener at work. Frugal Gardener's daughter at work.
This isn't.
Yeah, this pot was given to me, this container was given to me by my neighbor, and she had repurposed it, and now I repurposed it, so this one is giving us a little bit of a struggle. Be careful. All right, let's see how we make out with pot number 2. It's been a long time. It's been a hot summer. I tried to keep this watered, but it has been kind of a challenge. You can see a lot of small ones in there. Hopefully we'll have a couple of large ones also.
Now, did you have any challenges?
The challenge was basically the heat. I had to keep, some of my garden I had to kind of let go because it was too much water that I would have to have put. My water bill would have probably been about $250 a month if I would have kept my whole garden. But this was something I paid close attention to.
Do you also have to mound these up higher too, like the other ones?
Yes, you do. Well, there are some gardeners who use other methods. They use straw, they use hay, but this is the method I've always used. It works for me. And look, Aaron, let me move your hand for a second. Wow, look at that. Yeah.
I think we did better on this pot.
Yeah, this pot was larger, and we're doing pretty good. I think we've done well on both pots. I appreciate the help, guys.
Now, what happens with this dirt that you're gonna?
I am not going to the crime scene dirt. I'm not going to. I'm not going to use the stems or the flowers. So what I will do is
Compost?
I'm going to compost these, or I'll just bury them in my raised garden and let them decompose in there. But looks like I did pretty good this year. This is the most, I'm pretty sure, this is the most sweet potatoes that I've gotten in one summer.
If you used a bigger pot, do you think that they would have been bigger?
If I used a bigger pot, they probably, if I would have added more nutrients, I think it probably would have been bigger.
What kind of nutrients?
Basically, I use a little bit of everything. I use the general organic nutrients, but I've also poured in here the water from when I boil potatoes, the water from when I boil pasta, but you can't use oil in the water. I use, if I had extra coffee, I use that. These guys will be replanted in the spring. The rest, I'm going to keep around in a cool, dry place, rinse them off, dry them off, and keep them until the holidays. So that's it, guys, for now. Thank you for joining me and the Frugal daughter and the Frugal nephew for our autumn sweet potato harvest.
See you later.
Bye. Happy eating.
Enjoy your day.